Back to another episode of Motogp Mac, and today we're going to talk about Ducati's test in Misano. Now, Michele Pirro was testing prior to the Misano GP, and I know that he was testing something to do with the rear swing arm. However, in the Misano test, there was a couple of things Ducati were mainly focused on. First and foremost, they were mainly focused on a different aerodynamic side pod and a slightly different nose cone than they're currently running. And you'll see here the major difference in the side pod here is that they've actually split into two elements, the single element that was before. And both Jack and Pecco actually did try this. Of course, they've been very tight-lipped, and you wouldn't be expecting them to say yes, this was a major thing for them or not, but I just thought it was very interesting that Ducati are still hunting for that little bit of aero, even though that they're, in a good battle, I suppose, with Aprilia. But again, GG never really sleeps. The second thing that I took from the test and what I noticed was this new lever or clutch lever type of thing. Now, Pecco says that it's only a different type of lever that has less movement. However, I'm not sure if I necessarily believe that, because there is two cables hanging out of that lever. So for me, I just do think it's something to do with launch control, maybe phase 1 and phase 2 of a starter, something like that, very similar to what they have in Formula 1. But for me, the biggest revelation to come out of this Misano test was that Pecco mentioned in a press conference that they have been using a very similar frame since 2020, and that they have reached the end of the development cycle or phase or lifetime of that frame. And with Ducati, and I think this is what happened with the GP22, is that they had a killer engine, but when they tried to put all that horsepower through it, the frame couldn't handle it, and there wasn't time at the start of the season to develop a whole new frame for the bike. So I do believe that this is kind of the step that they're embarking on now, is to build a new frame and to test a new frame or a new hybrid version of the frame that maybe could handle the power, but also an area where I know that they're really trying to work on, and that is mid-corner speed. And I'm going to use the words that Ducati kind of want to be like Yamaha, just not in a straight line. So they are working on mid-corner speed and addressing that within the frame. They are, as I said, they have made some small little aerodynamic tweaks. They have introduced that lever, but the main thing I do believe that they're starting to work on and to test is the frame, so that they can develop that out to ensure that they're able to address like Yamaha are almost catching them now on top speed. If they can put more horsepower through that frame, then Yamaha won't be able to catch them down the straight. If they put a bit more flex into the frame, for instance, they may be able to get into the corner. So I did think it was really good that they didn't actually test or show they're testing the new swing arm in the Misano test, but Michele Pirro has been testing that swing arm. So they're definitely after changing the frame and the swing arm. Also, with Jack Miller leaving the team, we all know Jack Miller is sponsored by Red Bull. It has been secretly announced that Monster Energy will be appearing actually on the Ducati bikes in 2023. Here's a mock-up of how it could be. It's not going to be a title sponsor like Yamaha, but it will be appearing on the Ducati bike, I believe, for the first time. But I'd love to know your thoughts. What do you think of Ducati's test? What do you think of the new wings? Are you shocked that they're working on the frame? Do you think, for example, the GP21 and the GP22 are really sorted bikes? Going after the frame and going messing and tinkering with it, is that the best idea? Definitely love to know your thoughts. leave them in the comments below, and I'll be back again tomorrow with another video. I just want to take a minute to also thank you for watching my videos and the support that you've shown so far. If you haven't subscribed already and you would like to subscribe, it would mean an awful lot to me if you did. I'm starting this channel realistically so that we can all enjoy MotoGP together, with the aim of streaming a live video when the GP races are on.